we wrap this up, I do have a few more questions. Chief, how is it that somebody could walk up to the Lincoln Memorial, throw green paint on it, and walk away without anybody noticing? How does that happen?
Sir, if a criminal is intent on committing a crime in the presence or outside the presence of a police officer's view, he or she can do it. Fortunately, we have got technology that has helped us gather the evidence needed in this case.
Why wasn't that person apprehended on the spot? I mean, is there not a person there patrolling at the time?
There is, sir, and he had just left that side of the statue and was actually on the back side at the moment that it occurred. I'm confident that it happened very quickly based on other witness statements.
I find it totally and wholly unacceptable that we don't have the adequate control on something so precious and so visible, so close to the White House as the Lincoln Memorial. It's just, we'll have to get into that further. How much ammunition do you have?
Sir, we have approximately 500,000 rounds of ammunition, and we'll be using about 200,000 of that here in the next few months for requalification that happens twice a year.
So if you use 200,000 rounds for 640 people, I'll have to work back and do the math. That seems like an awful lot, actually, as I kind of calculate right off the top of my head here. What I would like, and Mr. Jarvis, I would like this from you and Ms. Thorson as well, all 7 of the agencies, I hope you find it reasonable to ask for the current inventory. We've done this with other departments and agencies. We did it with Social Security Administration. We've done it with others. It's not a new ask. To provide us a listing of how the current inventory of all the weapons broken out by each of the 7 agencies, or departments, whatever you want to call them, that would also include the inventory of ammunition. And if you could also show us the historical purchases of both weapons and ammunition for the last 5 years, that would be very helpful. And the final thing that I would ask is a projection on what you anticipate purchasing over the next 24 months. I know that crosses a couple different fiscal years and whatnot, but certainly have some sort of projection. Mr. Jarvis, is that a reasonable ask?
I think the ask for the current inventory is very reasonable. I think we can supply that. At least I'm speaking for the Park Service. I can't speak for the other agencies. And also inventory of weapons and ammunition. Projection. One caveat I would say, going back and looking over the past 5 years of procurement, that's a big lift. As was indicated here a little bit behind the scenes, we have transitioned to a new
what's a reasonable time that you would get that to the 2 committees?
I will have to get back to you on how much time that will take. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver on that, so I want to be able to tell you how long it would take.
Could we say September 7th? Is that a reasonable time?
I think
over a month away.
That we could get back to you with how long it will take?
Yeah. No.
I cannot promise you that I can have 5 years of procurement data to you by September 7th. That is unreasonable.
Let's say this. By the end of August, that you would get us the current inventories, which you supposedly have right on your disposal at this time. And we'll give you an additional 30 days for the projection of procurement. Is that fair, the end of September, for the procurement projections?
I would guess that our projections for procurement is probably the next 12 months, because we don't fiscal year.
The next 12 months is the start. That gives you almost 60 days to do the. I think that's reasonable. Ms. Thorson, can we do that with all the agencies or all the departments under those time parameters?
Well, I also don't want to overpromise and underdeliver.
I'm asking you to make a commitment. You're the one in charge. If you want to ask,
I will work with the other directors in the bureaus to ensure that they get the direction and that we move forward. Absolutely.
And that you'll hit those dates.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now yield to or recognize the gentleman from